we're starting off today's news with Roman Reigns, as his character work has been absolutely phenomenal over the past 3 years. On the most recent episode of Smackdown, the Usos surprised everyone with their choice for the next tribal chief. Despite Reigns instructing the Usos to apologize and grovel for his forgiveness, they made it clear that they had no intention of doing so. Jey Uso, who was referred to as the next tribal chief, declined the position and announced that their vote would go to Solo Sikoa. Even though the Usos acknowledged that Sikoa may be acting strangely, they believed that he was suitable for the role. In response, Reigns burst into laughter, while Solo appeared less amused. This pivotal moment in the Bloodline storyline did not go unnoticed by fans. Many speculate that this laugh will have significant implications during tomorrow night's Money in the Bank event, when Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa face off against the Usos in a civil war. According to Zero News, there has been an internal change in the event lineup. The men's ladder match will kick off the show, while Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa versus the Usos will headline as the main event. This decision shouldn't come as a surprise, considering Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens headlined the Royal Rumble, even though it wasn't technically the biggest match on the card. It was due to the post-match angle that followed. Night of Champions saw a similar situation, where Reigns and Sikoa's tag team title match took the main event spot, primarily because of Jimmy Uso's betrayal of the tribal chief. While it remains to be seen if there will be a major angle tomorrow night, expectations are high for something significant to occur. The disintegration of the Bloodline is well underway, and this event could potentially be the final straw. With Money in the Bank just hours away, Logan Paul made an appearance on Smackdown for the Grayson Waller effect. While Paul didn't receive a warm welcome from the London fans, Grayson Waller showed support. During his discussion about what he could do with the Money in the Bank contract if he wins, Paul mistakenly referred to Waller as Grayson Dolan, possibly confusing him with another influencer he had issues with in the past. In the same promo, Paul even hinted at smacking LA Knight on the head with the contract. This led to Knight confronting Paul, and eventually Santos Escobar also appeared, claiming he would win at Money in the Bank. Butch then entered the scene, attacked Paul, and chaos ensued. Following the brawl, a triple threat match took place on SmackDown involving Escobar, Butch, and Knight. It was a fast-paced match with all the participants getting some offense in. In the closing moments, a heated confrontation between Logan Paul and Knight occurred at ringside, allowing Escobar to take advantage and take out both competitors. As Escobar prepared for a top rope dive, Butch caught him, delivering the bitter end to secure the victory. After the match, all 4 participants attempted to climb the ladder and grab the briefcase hanging above the ring, with Butch ultimately succeeding. Who do you think will emerge victorious at Money in the Bank? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn started off SmackDown with a high-energy match defending their undisputed WWE Tag Team Championships against Pretty Deadly. The match was filled with thrilling exchanges that had the crowd captivated. In a pivotal moment, Kevin Owens attempted his signature stunner, but his opponent Elton Prince countered and forcefully pushed him away. It was during this sequence that Owens appeared to have injured his foot. He bravely fought through the pain, showcasing his resilience throughout the rest of the match. Ultimately, it was Sami Zayn who secured the victory for their team with his devastating haluva kick. Owens was visibly limping and needed assistance from Zayn to make his way backstage. Fortunately, BWE, a reliable WWE insider, reassured fans with a brief tweet confirming that Kevin Owens is indeed okay. It's always reassuring to receive updates on the well-being of beloved wrestlers like the former WWE Universal Champion. More from SmackDown as Asuka defended her WWE Women's Championship against the returning Charlotte Flair. The UK crowd showed their support for Flair with recurring "woo" chants every time she delivered a chop to the Empress. Unfortunately, the O2 Arena didn't witness a title change or a successful defense, as Bianca Belair made a powerful impact in the closing moments of the match. Belair didn't hold back and retaliated against Asuka, who threw the first punch. Although the referee called for a disqualification, Belair continued her attack on both the champion and Charlotte Flair. She asserted her dominance by finishing the segment with a decisive KOD on both superstars. It appears that the company is building towards an epic triple threat match involving these 3 stars for SummerSlam. Belair displayed subtle signs of a potential heel turn, adding depth to her character. However, the crowd remained supportive and cheered her on throughout. Would you like to see Bianca Belair and Charlotte Flair challenge Asuka for the WWE Women's Championship at SummerSlam? Will the Empress retain her title, or will one of the challengers reclaim the belt? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. More from WWE as a select few segments are being advertised for next week's WWE Smackdown from New York City's Madison Square Garden. Most notably, Austin Theory will be defending the United States Championship against Sheamus, as well as Edge making his return to TV to appear on the Grayson Waller Effect. Edge, who was drafted to SmackDown as part of the 2023 draft, hasn't appeared on WWE TV since his loss to AJ Styles in the World Heavyweight Championship tournament. The return stint of the WWE Hall of Famer's career is thought to be winding down, but he has said he doesn't want to set anything in stone just yet regarding his in-ring retirement. Edge recently discussed that he'd like to have his last match in Canada. Edge is currently being advertised for the August 18th episode of SmackDown in Toronto, Ontario. The match between Sheamus and Theory will follow up on a match between the US champion and Sheamus' fellow brawling brute, Ridge Holland, on the June 30th episode of SmackDown. On the show, Theory defeated Holland to retain his title. Sheamus previously challenged Theory for the title on the May 26th SmackDown, where Theory came out on top after a distraction from Pretty Deadly. Big news now as fans in the O2 Arena may be in for a treat as the 16-time world champion John Cena was spotted in London, UK. While fans were excited to see John Cena in London, there is currently no confirmation about his appearance at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. These sightings have sparked speculation among fans, but it's crucial to note that no official announcements have been made at this time. It is possible that the C Nation leader may be in London for other reasons which are not related to his WWE comeback. According to reports, John Cena is currently in London to film a movie alongside actors Idris Elba and Priyanka Chopra. This suggests that his presence in London is due to his Hollywood commitments, but you never know, Cena may have planned surprises for the fans. What do you think of Big Match John making a surprise appearance? Sound off in the comments below. Speaking of champions, at the Newcastle live event, Seth Rollins triumphantly retained his title against Damian Priest. However, following the match, Finn Balor specifically targeted Rollins' injured ribs, potentially giving himself a significant advantage heading into tomorrow's World Heavyweight Championship match. Santos Escobar and Zelina Vega of the Latino World Order are scheduled to compete at Money in the Bank in their respective ladder matches. Ahead of the show, SmackDown featured Cruz del Toro and Joaquin Wilde in action against the Good Brothers. After going back and forth, Wilde ate a magic killer in the closing moments, but Del Toro broke up the pin. Joaquin Wilde ultimately rolled up Carl Anderson for the win. After the match, all four of them embraced in the middle of the ring. Both teams have not received opportunities at the Tag Team Gold as of late. Considering the reception that they have received from the live crowd, perhaps the company may consider booking them as contenders for the future. For now, the LWO kicked off the UK show with a victory over the Good Brothers. Could this be a sign of things to come? While Zelina Vega has challenged for the WWE Women's World Championship earlier this year, Santos Escobar has not contended for the Men's World Championship yet. Do you think Santos Escobar and/or Zelina Vega have a shot at winning this year's Money in the Bank? Let us know in the comments section below. And we're ending today's news with the Bloodline as Jimmy Uso recently discussed the backstage atmosphere in WWE following the controversial departure of Sasha Banks and Naomi. At the time of their walkout, Naomi and Sasha Banks held the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships and expressed dissatisfaction with their booking by leaving the titles on John Laurinaitis' desk before leaving the company. Since then, Naomi, now known as Trinity, has joined Impact Wrestling, while Sasha Banks has been making waves in New Japan and Stardom as Mercedes Moné until she encountered an injury. In an interview with Ariel Helwani ahead of Money in the Bank, Jimmy and Jey Uso delved into various topics, including the backstage situation surrounding Naomi and Sasha Banks' departure from WWE. When asked if he was concerned about his own position in the company, Jimmy emphasized his focus on ensuring Naomi's well-being, stating, "I was never really worried about myself, just mainly her, making sure everything is okay. I was never worried about myself, it wasn't even about me. I just wanted to make sure everything was good. That day I was super busy, I had a match, then when I came back, she left. It was already boiling then. Then we found out everything. During the time, WWE didn't handle the walkout in a positive manner. Corey Graves even highlighted their refusal to compete and their live departure on WWE TV. Despite this, Jimmy Uso stood by his wife and Banks, sharing supportive stories about both women on Instagram. Fortunately, due to his involvement in the Bloodline storyline, Jimmy's position with the company remained unaffected. What are your thoughts on Naomi and Sasha Banks' departure from WWE? Feel free to share your opinions in the comments section below.